Ladies and gentlemen, this is a breaking news bombshell. Breaking. The New York Post hired a professional lip reader to decode the conversation between Obama and Biden. And it turns out that they were agreeing that Kamala Harris is not performing as well as Biden did against Trump. Here's what Biden says. She's not as strong as me. Obama responds, that is true. This is a bombshell. It proves that everything we've been saying, Democrats are in panic and regret sweeping out Joe Biden. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to One Nation Under God. I've got an amazing video for you today. So the polls are showing Trump is at over 62% chance of winning the Electoral College. Kamala is in the mid-30s. I'm about to show you those polls. Trump this week went on Valuetainment, one of the most respectable podcasts in the nation. On there, they were talking about Joe Rogan, the biggest podcast in the world, and Trump said that he is going to be on the Joe Rogan podcast before the election happens. While in the same week, Kamala Harris also goes and does a podcast, an OnlyFans Girls podcast, and the name of that podcast is Call Her Daddy. You can't make this up. She's running for president, says she's qualified to be president, but yet goes on a podcast that is run by an OnlyFans actor. And the name of the podcast is Call Her Daddy. Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue, I got to give a big shout out to the sponsor of today's video and the channel overall, and that is VERITY Metals. Ladies and gentlemen, gold and silver, physical gold and silver. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is anti-inflation, anti-corruption, anti-financial system collapse currency. It's just money in your hand, but it's constitutional. It's biblical. It's the oldest currency that has never failed in the world's histories. I believe in silver eagles especially. Get some of this, even if you don't get it from Verity Metals. Go to your local pawn shop. Go to your local dealer. Get some, but make sure you get American silver eagles and gold coins if you can afford them. Whenever inflation goes up, the price of gold and silver goes up. So this fights inflation. It's a perfect balance against it. But if you want to get some silver or gold, say convert your IRA, 401k, or your savings and support the channel, go to veritymetals.com or call the owner, my good friend Matthew, at the number 480-717-9081. Mention me, mention this podcast, my good friend Matthew. He'll take care of you. Free silver and qualifying orders. Links down below in the description. Let's continue. I want to from here go to down here. I want to show you something. This was
you should know
MSNBC talking about Arizona and what's happening in Arizona.
You should note, we did not find a single person who audibly would tell us that they voted for Kamala Harris. These were Trump supporters getting out to vote early in the all-important Mojave County. Take a listen to some of our conversations.
Well, the difference is going to be that everybody's coming out early, and everybody that we talk to has made a special effort this year to vote. And you can see it here in the parking lot. You know, this library's usually got 5 cars in it. There's a ton of cars in it now.
Said you voted early for the first time.
For the first time.
Why did you vote early this year?
Honestly, because Donald Trump told me to. He keeps saying it, and I've been thinking about it, and so here I am.
We met one man who did not vote in 2020, but he said he was horrified by the state of the country, so he is voting here in 2024. We met 3 other voters, one that moved from California, one that moved from Oregon, blue states, who said that they moved here and were eager to vote. So it's those types of voters that not only Republicans are watching come to the polls, but also Democrats have a close eye, understanding that they need to really win the Maricopa County area to make up for any potential juicing of turnout here among the MAGA faithful in places like Mojave County, Jose.
And I want to add something to those people that moved from Oregon and from California to Arizona. I recently moved here with my wife. That's 2 more registered voters. We moved here from Washington State to Arizona a few months ago. We are already registered to vote. We are going to vote on Monday. This coming Monday, we're going early voting. So they just talked about someone that moved here from Oregon, someone from California, someone who sat out 2020. Now they're all voting Trump in Arizona. Me, my wife, we moved here from Washington. We're voting in Maricopa County for Trump. This state is going red, no doubt about it. Now, here are the polls I was talking about. This morning, 2 hours ago, Polymaker betting odds were showing Trump 61.4, Kamala 38.6. And then an hour ago, it jumped again from Polymaker. They're the one, Polymarket, they're the ones that are watching this the closest. They took Trump from 61.4 to 62.1, and Kamala went from 38.6 to an even 38. Ladies and gentlemen, we are literally watching the Kamala collapse happen in front of our eyes. We are watching it in 4K. We are seeing it. Every time I pull up Polymarket, she's down, he's up. She's down, he's up. Every time she opens her mouth, it's like on election night 2020 when, just random spikes up for JoJo, the potato. For her, it's just a down nonstop. But I want you to take this into account. One, we're voting early. We're churning out like never before. But this time in 2020, Joe Biden was leading by over 20 points in the polls. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. And Trump only lost, don't forget, I said lost less than 2 points, by less than 2 points. So if they underestimated Trump in 2016 and 2020, and now if they're underestimating him, I believe it's a landslide. Trump wins before midnight on November 5th. I believe that the momentum keeps going. It's going to be too big to rig. And I'll keep you, ladies and gentlemen, updated on that. So make sure you are subscribed. This is a great moment to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment letting me know what state are you voting for Trump from. Again, before we wrap up, a big shout out to Verity Metals and my good friend, the owner of the company, Matthew. Make sure to give him a call today. Mention this video. He's got freebies and deals going on right now. It's a Patriot-owned company. They support Donald Trump. They donate to the Trump campaign. Don't support woke companies. If you want to support a Patriot-owned, America First MAGA company, it's Verity Metals. And by doing that, you support the channel and you protect your money from Bidenomics, Kamalanomics, and financial crash. Thank you so much. God bless you. Trump 2024. You know I got to say it, or sooner.